Well, hopefully we're on and live now. Um, Seems like I'm consistently having some challenges with equipment, but we are here and we are live. And so glad you're here tonight. We're definitely going to start with some breathing. Welcome to Thinking Thursday. I'm Bronwyn Lucas, licensed professional counselor, and I'm your host tonight. And always. So thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, our topic is managing holiday grief. It is not a happy, yay, upbeat topic, but it's one that's necessary. So if it's not you, maybe you can share this with someone. But as always, we start off with some deep breathing, and tonight is no different. So if it's your first time, let me explain. We're going to take in 3 deep breaths because it's cleansing. It's refreshing. It allows you to calm down from whatever may have happened today in your day. It's a way to just decompress. And when you take these deep breaths, you're not just breathing into your chest. You're going to breathe all the way in. So put your hands on your stomach and just let them lightly sit there. And when you breathe in, you're going to breathe in so deeply, you're going to feel your stomach expand because you're breathing in deeply. You breathe into the count of 4, and you'll breathe out to the count of 4. So let's practice. We'll do 3 deep breaths just to help you decompress from the day. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. I had to get 1 deep breath in myself. So tonight we will be addressing the topic of grief and managing grief through the holidays. You know, when you first think about it, you want to know, why is grief different during the holidays than it is during other times? Well, I want to address that. But first, I'm going to just think about just what is grief? You know, what is grief? Well, if we look for a definition, grief is simply a response to a loss. That loss may be the loss of a loved one. It could be the loss of a job, because that might mean also a loss of perceived status. It could be just a loss of, let's say you moved from one place to the other, and maybe it wasn't your move that you decided, or it was, but there's this grief because it's a loss. And grief simply is when we are at a loss, we have a loss, we experience a loss, and we have feelings attached to it. Now, grief can attack your body. It can attack you so physically. It can attack your mind, your thoughts, and your emotions. How does it impact your body? For instance, some people, when they're experiencing grief, deep grief, you have just pain on the pit of your stomach. You can't eat. You're nauseous. You can't sleep. You may have anxiety feelings, like just a tightness in your chest, or feel like the whole world is just surreal. You just can't put your finger on it. There could be lack of energy. You might oversleep. Your thoughts could be just, you're so wrapped up in the disbelief. This just can't be. I can't accept it. It's just a preoccupation of thinking about the person, or the situation that is, the loss. You might think that you even still hear that person. Or your emotions. Sometimes you have guilt. If I woulda, coulda, shoulda. If I would have done this, maybe they'd be here. Or, man, I wish I would have done this before they're gone. You can have, as I said, anxiety or anger. Why did they leave? You can have anger with God. Why did you take them? Why is there cancer in the world? Why are there car accidents in the world? You can have anger at whatever the situation may be. Or may feel helpless, hopeless, or just in shock. All of these can impact you. Any one of them or all of them can impact you when it comes to grief. Grief doesn't always just disappear. It can last for a while. It can be short. Your grief is your grief. So why is it different at the holidays? And we're going to talk about, of course, some ways to manage it better. How do you manage it in the holidays? But right now we're looking at just what is it and why is it worse during the holidays? Well, let's think about it. And during this holiday season, it's the land of Hallmark and Christmas miracles on every other movie. And now they've incorporated other things. Now the movies are incorporating Kwanzaa. They're incorporating Hanukkah. And all of these things are tied to this just wonderful feeling. And everything is glossy and beautiful. The commercials are colorful and beautiful. The music is colorful in terms of its sound. And everything is just so perfect. Well, if you're feeling a sense of loss in the midst of all of this perfectness or realness, it's going to heighten the difference. You know, it's like, why can't I feel like that? I'm hurting. Things are so bad for me. So you can't feel what everyone is expecting you to feel. Also, if you shared precious memories with this person during the holidays, you're going to miss them because the holidays are, this one time a year. And if that was a time of year where you were with them all the time and you did things together, it's going to challenge your thoughts and your feelings, and you will miss them more. You will think about the things that you did together. So it is natural if you are feeling a little more down, sad about your loved one during this time. It is heightened. We think about the holiday season as a time you spend with loved ones. So if they're not here, you're going to miss them even more. It is a sadness. If it's your first Christmas season, holiday season, without a loved one, some people say, man, that's the worst because it's the first time and you don't know how to deal with it. For some people, the first one isn't the hardest. It's actually the second one. Depending on when they passed away, you may be close to that and you're still in that shock moment. And you're so in the place of shock and disbelief and not taking ownership for it that you're not able to even process how you feel. It's too soon. So that second year rolls around and then it's really real because you've had all of a year's worth of anniversary dates, their birthday. If it was, you did something, maybe your birthday because you spent your birthday with this person a lot, or family reunion, or just any type of thing you might have done together. You had a whole year of it, and now the holidays come, and it's a culmination of this year of missing that person. So the second year can be just as traumatic or even more because now it's real and time has happened and it brings it back up. But it might be 10 years later and you still miss what you did with this person in the holidays. And it can just be that moment of sadness, that moment of, wow, they're gone. It's normal if this happens to you. So don't beat yourself up. This is just the way it can be. So grief can be so much worse. So let's look at it. I like to, focus on what do you do? How do you manage it? What makes it palatable? How do we get through this grief? So I've got a list of tips to do. And the first thing for me is acknowledge that the holidays are going to be difficult. I believe in taking ownership of your feelings. Take ownership of how you're feeling. Don't ignore it and say, no, I'm good, I'm good. Don't lie to yourself. Take ownership of it so you can do something about it. As long as you're saying, I'm good, and you're pushing back on the fact that there's a problem, you can't address it for yourself. So at least be honest with yourself and say, I'm not good. I need help. And we're going to talk about some things. So the first thing is, if you're stressed out, depressed, anxious, sad, feeling lonely during the holidays, acknowledge it so that you can get some help. And number 2, remember that not everyone will be grieving the same way as you're grieving. So maybe for you, your grief is you're dealing with it. It's like, people want me to be sad. I'm not sad. I'm not there. That's okay. The opposite could be, people want me to stop being sad and I'm not ready to stop being sad. That's okay. Remember, your grief is your grief. And you have to manage your grief how you manage it. But first you own it. Then you decide how you want to manage it. What are you going to do? But it's yours. Don't beat yourself up because someone else is doing what you may consider better at managing their grief, because you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors. So manage it however you need to. Number 3, be honest. Tune into your own grief emotions. Figure them out. Like I say, you acknowledge them. And don't let people tell you what you should and shouldn't do in terms of your grief. And don't let people bully you into doing things you just can't handle. Maybe you need to do what my number 4 tip says, is skip some holiday events if you're on holiday overload. Because, even without grief, we can be on holiday overload. For the last 2 years, we have been in a COVID world, and we still are, but more people are getting out doing more holiday events. Maybe it's too much for you. It's okay to say no. And don't feel guilty about not going somewhere. It's like, I can't do that. Enough is enough. And if that is the case, don't do it. Skip that holiday event. Now, if you're skipping everything and you're home alone, that might be another problem. But it's okay to say, I need to take a break. I can't do this right now. Number 5, remember that crying is okay. Now, but you also want to allow yourself to feel joy. So here's the thing. There may be times when you need to cry it out. It is. It's healthy. It's cathartic. It's a good thing to cry it out. But if you're finding yourself crying it out every day, all day, that's not as good. And that'll get to our point of get some help. And we'll talk about that at the end. But on the flip side to remembering it's okay to cry, also remember it's okay to feel joy. Grief can come in the form of sadness and anger and depression and helplessness and disgust. And in the midst of all that, something might happen and you're enjoying yourself. You forget that for a moment you're grieving and you're enjoying life. And guess what? That is okay. You want to get back to a place where, I can enjoy life. Life is good. So in the midst of it, when you find yourself feeling good, let yourself feel good. Take a moment to walk in the happiness, in the joy, and say it's okay. When you smile, when you find yourself smiling, don't stop, because that person that you loved, they probably want you to go on and live life. Yeah, they want to be missed for a little bit, but they don't want you to stop living. So yes, remember that it's okay to cry, and it's okay to feel joy. It's okay to feel how you feel. Own it. They're very real. What about journaling? For some people, that is a very, very powerful tool to just be able to sit and journal and write it out. So I've been asked before, well, when you say journal, what do you mean? One thing it can mean is just writing. And when you're journaling and writing, there is no sentence structure that matters. There is no grammatical situation you have to think about. You just write. It can be one run-on sentence if you need to. I looked at someone else who was journaling. What they would do would be to draw pictures and write under the pictures. So journaling is what you need it to be. It may be making a list of, if you're talking about grief, making a list of the good things about this person. There's a children's book, the 10 Good Things About, I think it was 10 Good Things About Barney. And in the story, the child's grandfather died and someone was helping him manage grief. And he had to write 10 good things about him. So maybe your journaling is writing 10 good things about that person, 10 good memories about that person, or more. And you don't have to stop at 10, but writing positive things that make you smile. And that's back to it's okay to feel joy. So when you're journaling, especially on that bad day, you write the good things. Or maybe you create this list of, these are the good things I remember about this person. And on a day when you're particularly missing them, you look at that list. Because you're going to write good things, things that make you smile. So when you're feeling your saddest, you're most sad, you're going to look at that list of things that make you smile and go, yeah. That's if you can journal. Now, if you can't journal, again, don't beat yourself up about it. Like I said, everybody's grief is their own, and the way you manage it is your own. So if journaling is not something you can do, don't do it. But it can be simple, as I said, drawing pictures. And you don't have to be an artist. It could be stick figures. But drawing something and just jotting down on that, just to make you something to get it out of here, out. And some people want to type it out. Let me say that. Journaling doesn't have to just be handwritten. It could be you type it out. You get on the computer, you get on the phone, however, and you maybe type it out. It's a way of just getting out what's out on paper or out on electronic paper if you're typing it out. But it is a way of getting things out of you. Excuse me. Number 7. Say yes to help. A lot of times there are people in your life that want to help you and you're busy saying, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good. Like I said in number 1, acknowledge that I'm not good. And if people offer you help, take it. But only take the help that you need. Don't let them bully you into this is what you need to do. No. You determine how you need the help. I need help with XYZ. Whatever that is. I need help. I just can't go to the grocery store right now because, I need such and such, and the one store that sells it is a store we used to shop at, and I can't do it. Get someone to go for you. It could be simple like that. But say yes to help. But also, if no one is offered, and you know there are people who are willing to help you, go ask for the help you may need. Typically, people are, we get caught up in ourselves. When we're so caught up in ourselves, it's hard to reach out and it's hard to accept. But reaching out for help or accepting help, it's okay to do that. Surround yourself with people who are going to support you. Find someone in your life who's going to be able to be there to support you. Emotionally, you may need the support. You may need it physically. You may need someone, I can't move. I need help. I need you to go and get this, whatever for me. I can't do it. And that's okay if that is where you are. Get help. Number 8, make priorities. And this is one for anyone when we talk about just general stress in the holidays, which we will next week. Don't overcommit yourself, especially in times of grief, because with the holidays, there's still so much people want to do. We're going to get out. People are trying to get out more. So we're going to go do this. And even if it's Zoom, don't go to 10 Zoom parties in a day. And then you're going to go out. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. No, back it up. Don't do too much. Keep it in check, realizing that your energy may be lower than normal. One of the things with grief, we talked about, what it is and how it looks. It's tiring because it can be an emotional drain. So it can be very tiring. And because it is so tiring, you don't want to do things that are going to make you more tired, use more energy than you have. So prioritize. Get enough sleep and rest, especially during the holidays, especially when managing grief. Don't take on more than you need to. Number 9, enjoy yourself. Yes, I said earlier, it's okay to feel joy. It's okay to put yourself in a position where you will enjoy yourself. It is okay to allow yourself to say, I'm going to be happy. And the key to that one is don't feel guilty when you do feel happy. Don't feel guilty that for that moment you find yourself enjoying yourself. You're in there and it's good. Another thing is, if you've had traditions with someone you love and they're gone, you can either honor that tradition and continue to do it, or maybe create a new one in their honor. Maybe whatever you did with them that was your thing, you may never do it again. And that's okay. But create a new tradition, a new memory. I'll share a funny one. My friend Lenny, my best friend Lenny, died last year. And our thing was Target popcorn. We would love Target popcorn. Whenever we go, one or the other was going to buy each other their own little bag of Target popcorn. And it had been a year. There were 2 Targets that we used to shop at. One of them, they closed the popcorn section down. And I went to the other one, and there was popcorn there. And I just had to have it. I was picking stuff up, and when I got back to the front of the store, it was closed. And then I also felt a sense of relief because I wasn't ready to get it. I only got Target popcorn with her when she was ill. I remember one day taking her some Target popcorn, knowing she couldn't eat it all, but knowing that was something we shared. And that was the last time I had Target popcorn, was when I took it to her house when she was in the bed, and she could eat a little of it, and it brought a smile to her face just to get it. And I remembered that. So I had that Target popcorn the other day in her honor. And it made me feel good to be able to have something that was part of that memory. So, you can have traditions, don't have to be big things. Like for us, it was just eating our Target popcorn. Why we liked it, I don't know. And when I had it, I'm like, is it really this great? Okay, but we did. So honor the memories and create new ones for yourself and new loved ones. Whatever those little traditions may have been, take hold of them, honor them, walk in them, let them, let them be real, and just know that you can fill them with something new, or you can replace them. Either way, you don't want to be in a situation where you're, the tradition makes you sad. If it makes you sad, then no. Find another way to deal with it. If it doesn't, honor it. Do something in honor of that person. If it wasn't a tradition, maybe you want to donate something in their name. If they died of cancer, for instance, maybe you wanted to make a donation to a cancer organization in their name. Or maybe you want to just go volunteer to go do something in their honor. so you can honor their life, their presence by creating something in their honor. The other part of grief I want to say is think about your own coping skills. I talked in the beginning about the physical and emotional symptoms of grief. If you find yourself feeling those, feeling anxious, feeling angry, feeling sad, feeling like you just can't manage this grief, then it's okay to get help. It's okay to reach out to someone like myself who is in the mental health profession to say, hey, I need some help. Can't do it. You don't have to do it alone. It's okay to get help. There are people who are trained to help you through this time. And when you access that, it is definitely not a sign of weakness. A lot of times people think, when you do that, you're weak. No, you're not. It takes a stronger person actually to say, I need help. I can't do it alone. That is actually a sense of strength. So be able to reach out and get the help you need. Whatever that help may be. It may be just talking to a friend. As I said, ask for help. Take help that's offered. That's the help you need. But if it's professional help you need, get that professional help. It is okay. It is advisable. It is nothing wrong with it. But look for things that are going to enhance how you feel. As I said earlier, surround yourself with people that make you feel good. If there are people who are bringing you down because they don't understand your grief, they want you to stop being sad because they can't take you being sad anymore, maybe that's not who you need right now. Yes, maybe you need to stop being sad, but when you're ready, don't let anyone tell you that. So surround yourself with people that are going to give you what you need emotionally. I'm working to maybe switch this platform to 30 and not 45 minutes, and we'll see, which I was able to do tonight. I want to let you know that starting the first Thursday in January, we will have a new name. It will be still on Thursday, still a Thinking Thursday, but the official name will be Black Mental Health is Black Health. That we have to think about our mental health as just part of our health. And I will tell you the reason for the name change is in order for people who are searching for information about Black mental health can find it, because that's part of the name. So I will remind you for the rest of the year that is a topic. Because of the holidays, we don't have that many times left. Because Thursday, is right at Christmas, right at New Year's. So we'll definitely have at least 2 more. Next week, we're going to deal some more with just not so much grief during the holidays, but holiday stress. Don't let it stress you out. Having fun. I have working on a guest who may join us who specializes in that. And we're going to do some breathing and more in depth, some relaxation, tips to having fun. You'll be challenged to have fun and do some activities during the upcoming sessions of Thinking Thursday, so that it'll be your break and you can come back and say, oh yeah, I need to go do that again. You'll create a break in the holidays. I want to end with our call to action. And the first one is, if you are dealing with grief, be kind to yourself. Know that the grief is real. Know that you can heal from this grief and work through it. Not get over it, but work through it. If you know someone who is grieving during this time, or any time of the year for that matter, be gentle with them. Just listen, find out what they need. Be there. Help them laugh. Help them enjoy life. And if they need to cry, that's okay too. Be there to be what they need to do. If you or someone you know is not managing the holidays well because of grief or any other issues, get help. It can be very hard, as I said earlier. Grief during the holidays can be some of the hardest times. Get help. It's okay to get help. And always, I'm going to say, be an educated voter. 2022, we have midterm elections. Find out what the issues are in your area. Please don't be the person who says, my vote don't matter anyway. Every vote matters. Well, they're going to do what they're going to do. They are the people that we elect. If you want the they to do what you want, you have to put them in office. So be an educated voter. And lastly, as always, for a while now, COVID is still here. Take care of yourself. Whatever that means for you, mask up, be safe, enjoy life, and work through this season. I hope that you have fun this week. I hope that you encourage someone else to have fun this week. And we will see you next Thursday, same time, same place. Bye now.